All right, man. We're gonna save all the talking the music at the beginning, and just start diving into this. I'll probably give it a little bit before I go full bore, because that way it gives a chance for anybody that's tuning in to tune in, so I don't have to repeat a lot of stuff. I don't pay attention to the who's in the room, who leaves the room. I don't care, but I do know that people join in late, so I'm giving them a chance to join in. That's why I usually do the music at the beginning for about a minute or two, so that people can see it's going live. And if they want to tune in, you can tune in live. Sorry, my dryer is going in the background. Hopefully everything's loud enough. I think I said all the stuff. Yeah, it's looking good. I'll give it a little bit more juice there. How about that? Right there? Yeah, that'll work. We're not clipping or anything like that. If I get loud, it will, but I'll back off the mic when I get loud. So anyways, how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling about the 20th? Depending on when you're watching, it might be today. Feeling anxious? Feeling a little worried? I mean, there's no reason to. This was all written. It really was. It really was. Look at the difference. Everyone's been talking about how Donald Trump, the followers, don't act like they're not responding like a political party. They're responding more like a cult. Everyone's saying that, and these are Christians. And according to their own ideology, a guy is going to come along of great sin, speaking blasphemous words, doing miracles. He beat Hillary Clinton. No one thought that was going to happen, right? There's just a lot of stuff. It didn't say it was going to be all good, but there were some things that just like, how the fuck did he beat those? How the fuck did, I mean, we know that, why and how, but it's still kind of a miraculous thing that in our society, with the rules that we have and the laws that we have and the ideas that we have and the Constitution that we have, that the Supreme Court would be the way they are. Clarence Thomas taking all those bribes, not allowing it. They won't allow a ethics oversight of their people. Well, that's not a co-equal branch, is it? Besides, they don't get to allow. They don't. They don't get to allow. Congress made the Supreme Court and made the office of presidency, right? So our belief in Congress gives them any power at all. Without that, just like money, if you stop believing in money, those are just pieces of cloth in your wallet. Those are just ones and zeros on your screen. They aren't anything. And when you realize that, no matter how much wealth you have, you realize you have nothing. Between a fine house and all the money in the world and women coming and going and blah, 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 I would take a house like I've got now, which is just a little 2-bedroom thing, trailer, mobile, filled with love of someone who gives a shit about me. Something these people that the Donald Trump will never know anything about. To be surrounded by loved ones. People waiting for him to die so they can get his money. Take his spot. Surrounded by people that were using him. He was using, that thought he was a friend of theirs, but he was just waiting for them to betray. There is no loyalty from Trump. No, there's loyalty to Trump, but there's no loyalty from Trump. There just isn't. The snake in this poem, that's him. The tender-hearted woman is anyone that trusts him. But he understands that you'll fill in the blanks. Yeah, those tender-hearted Democrats, they're fucking just bleeding-heart liberals, and no. The liberals aren't taking him in, are they? So when you're sitting there cuddling this fucking orange Jabba the Hutt with goddamn cotton candy on its head. He's just a cute little snake. Ow! What the fuck, bitch? I told you I was a snake. But I brought you in my house. I bought all your products. I bought your $10,000 guitar, which is worth about $200. I bought your golden shoes. Yeah. I bought your Trump Bible that has your name above God's. Yeah. I paid for inauguration tickets that fucking I can't use because you moved everything indoors. Yeah. How could you do this? Bitch, I am the snake. You knew that. Everyone, including you, told you. The news told you. Fox News told you. Common sense told you. But you bought that lottery ticket anyways, didn't you? Just so sure. But I gave you all my money. I don't have any money. I donated. Why would you donate any money to a billionaire? Why does he need so much money? He's a billionaire. You think Elon Musk... Okay. If Elon Musk was charged with rape, the way Donald Trump was charged with sexual assault, let's get it clear, because he's a convicted sexual assaulter. He's not a convicted rapist. Let's make sure we're getting our terminology right, lest we end up on this wrong side of a Donald Trump lawsuit, because he's really splitting hairs of whether he raped her or sexually assaulted her. You know, rape is a sexual assault. I don't know if you know that. But so, I mean, rape has a lot of definitions besides insertion of your genitals into their genitals against their will. It really does. There's a lot. There's statutory rape. You know, there's first degree murder, second degree, third degree, in self-defense. There's all kinds of different murder. And there's different stages of rape. He's a rapist. Admitted on tape. So I grabbed him by the pussy. And then here comes one woman saying, yeah, he grabbed me by the pussy. And then she's like, and she's been saying it since the 90s. It's not like, you know, she's got Trump derangement syndrome, doesn't want him to be president. She's been fighting this since the 90s and no one would take her seriously. Why? Because when you're famous, they, not the fucking lady who's pressing charges, they, the cops, we're so sorry about this, Mr. Trump. Just, you know, I'm a billionaire and women come by all the time and I have this Trump, yeah, they want some of your money. We're so bothered. Sorry to bother you. We have to investigate. So you say you didn't do this? Yeah. It's the what, the 20th one this year? It's sad how people just try and take your money, Mr. Trump. I'm so sorry about this, so. Turns out he's been walking around grabbing women by the fucking pussy and they've been complaining. And the cops let him get away with it. His buddies with Jeffrey Epstein let him get away with it. Women didn't let him get away with shit. They got charges pending. And he is just running out the clock because he has so much money. Well, when you have a lawyer like Michael Cohen, I know you've seen the light and you've come to the fucking whatever. You helped do this, fuck ass. You helped do this. Don't fucking back away now like you're motherfucking above this shit. How are these people believing what this say? Can you believe these people believe? Yes, you did too, asshole. You went to fucking jail. You were on screen talking about I'd take a bullet for Donald Trump. You've got the magic key, asshole. You can convince however you got the fuck out of your stupidity. You can use that same key to unlock all those other fucking assholes. If nothing else, you're probably the fucking lawyer. You're probably the fucking lawyer who threatened all those schools with this fucking, if they release this goddamn, release his fucking transcripts from school. That'll probably shatter any illusions, because you don't threaten to sue people for going after your grades because they're so phenomenal. You don't want to embarrass the rest of the world at how good your grades are, because you're the only person to ever get straight A's, right? No one's ever made straight A's before. No, but no one's ever made straight A triple pluses. And that's what I did in every single class. And when I was 5 years old, I was riding on a horseback and I shot 17 bulls. Oh, wait, that was Kim Jong-un, my buddy. He did that. And then he was born on an eclipse. And I was born on an eclipse, too, from what I understand, because I'm just, I'm the chosen one. Get the fuck out of here. Worried about fucking microchips that are going to track you in a goddamn needle while you walk around with a microphone and a camera and GPS in your stupid back fucking pocket, you monkey. You uneducated monkey. Then your stupid ass takes it with you to go attack the Capitol because you're too dumb to realize your phone is pinging your fucking exact location. And then, like a real manly man, when you get caught, you blame the other side. The Boston Tea Party? Oh, they were so righteous. It was so about taxes, right? So righteous and so about taxes that they dressed up like Native Americans. So it wouldn't fall back on them. Well, if anything happened, it would fall back on the Native Americans. Whoa, what heroes. Your forefathers were so goddamn brave as they stepped forward off their huge boat with guns, killing in the millions people with bows and arrows who wanted to share. Oh, your forefathers are great. Fuck your forefathers. Fuck every one of them. Up there in hell right now, burning until the end. No one goes forever, but what they've done, what they've wrought upon this earth, America, the whore of Babylon, fuck you. Fuck this place. Fuck this planet. Your geopolitics splitting everybody. You know how fucking beautiful the world is? India, China, Africa, there's such beauty in the world. And all your governments are purposely trying to make us go. You see those guys? Those guys in another country? That's why you in this country are not happy. It's not me. It's not me with all this money, with a big plate of food. No. I need this because I am the president, and he needs some because he's the fuck. You don't, because leading you people is much bigger of a job. Much more important of a job. What are you getting done? Don't you worry about what. Just keep sending that fucking taxes. Ask not what I'm doing for you. Ask what you can do for me, motherfucker. I'm killing myself working for you. And you're like, oh, yeah, I mean, we did send you. Yeah, you sent me here to do this job. Now, go back there, and I'm telling you what the problem is. It's those people over on the other continent where we shipped all your jobs that are going to do those jobs because they needed jobs. And so they were willing to do it cheaper, so we shipped all your jobs over there. See, that's your problem. That's your problem. They've got all your jobs. They came over here and stole them for dirt cheap from us. Those were your jobs. Those were your jobs. And they just came over here with their cheap labor. And then, the only way we could offset the cost of that was by lowering the taxes on us bringing stuff back into the country. How's it? Well, that's the way we can get you cheaper products. It's less expensive. Otherwise, I'd have to charge you the tariffs. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Mitt Romney, Bain Capital. For people that do your research, you don't research anything besides what you want to know. That's not research. Research is finding out what the other side has to say. I don't believe you, but now I know what you have to say. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're putting a bit of truth in there. Let me check my side, make sure my side's not. Oh, okay. Because they didn't tell me any of that you're telling me. So they're basically giving out a lot of truth, and then they're hiding any good things about the bad things they want to report. And you're reporting all the bad things and none of the good things. Okay, I got it now. Now I can write an informed report that both sides are full of shit. That is doing your research. Both sides are full of shit. Both sides get donations from Wall Street. Both sides get donations from billionaires. Both sides get, no matter what happens, the billionaires win. You see? That's how an oligarchy is made. You need to look up the terms that you're using. You can't just walk around calling someone a fascist. You need to know what that term means, not just, calling someone a name knowing that means something bad. I know it's bad. You're a fascist, communist, socialist pig. Those are different ideologies. You can't have all those in your fucking brain. You can have a dictatorial socialistic society, dictatorial communistic society, dictatorial fucking capitalistic society. Oh, yes, you can. You can have a dictatorial capitalist society. It's called an oligarchy, you assholes. One guy at the top who's appointing a bunch of fucking people underneath. And then you get to elect your little bullshit, but the people at the very, very top are still in control. Socialism. Well, let's look at the root words. Society. Social experiment. We can draw some inferences from just those things right there. But you can also look up the word. It takes like a fucking second with your little glowing box, but you don't do that. Do you? It's just easier to repeat what you heard on TV because it makes them look like assholes. You a fascist? What does that mean? You like Trump? No. You goddamn communist? What does that mean? You want Biden to be president forever? Nope, not what that means. That's a socio-economic term. What you're looking for is dictator, monarchy, democracy, republic. These are the words you're looking for. Like you could have a democratic socialism. You can have democratic communism. You can have democratic capitalism. You can even hybrid a couple things, which we've done. Democratic, people elect who fucks us without Vaseline. Because, when you're getting fucked, you want to know who's doing it, right? You want to choose the dick that's fucking you. Especially when you're talking about no Vaseline. Wait a minute, he lied? Let's get a dick from the other side of the aisle. Yeah, this dick won't fuck us. Hey, what are you doing back there? Hey, he lied. Let's go and get a dick from the other side of the aisle. Hey! I don't think this system's working. Let me get a dick from that side of the aisle. Hey! All right, I'm going to give you 4 more years. Hey! The fuck, man? Oh, it's a good thing? Well, keep going. Yeah, let's give him 4 more years. I didn't know it was a good thing. It was really hurting my backside really bad, but he just explained it in a way that it's good for me. It will be good for me later on. Just suffer through the pain now, because no pain, no gain. That's what he said back there, is he's just pumping away. Just pumping away while he fucking rummages through my wallet. But he promises it's going to get better. It's going to get better here. And I can't admit it's going to get better here for too long. You're leaving? You're out of office. Who's this dick? Hey! That's not the one. Hey, where'd you go? I gave you 8 years. What's with this shit? Oh, it's gonna be good for me? Okay, well, let's give another 4 years. And if it doesn't work out in 4 years, I'm getting a dick from the other aisle. You understand? I'm starting to like it. Don't take that the wrong way. There's no gay shit going on here. I'm just starting to like this whole swapping up dicks every now and again. It's boring having the same dick fuck you all the time, right? You want to swap up dicks? You want to see some of my favorite dick? No, I'm not going to do that. But I do have a video about my favorite dicks. I got my favorite dick pics up. Yeah, man. YouTube let me get away with it too. It's pretty cool. Oh man, I got all kinds of pictures of dicks up there, man. It's great. It's fun. It's just fucking awesome. They just let me put all my dick pics up. At least it hasn't been stricken yet. They haven't stricken my dick pics, so I really doubt they will. That's another thing that they'd get on that pretty quickly, I think. So I think it's pretty safe to say that my dick pics are safe. To Christians, are you waiting for God? Are you waiting for Jesus? Or are you waiting for Trump? If you are waiting for God, why did David not build the temple to God? Why did his son Solomon do it? Why? If you can't answer that, you're not a Christian. You don't really believe in that book. Study to show thyself approved. He couldn't build his foundation on sin. This was supposed to be his home, and it's built with sinful hands? No. Could not be. Now, people use the fact that Bill Clinton rode the Lolita Express as a reason not to vote for Hillary Clinton. Birds of a feather type ideology. I get that. I get that. I do. I get that. Because we're still talking about lesser of two evils. So either way, you're talking about evil. You're voting for evil. Again, which dick do you want in there working away? Dick York or Dick Sargent? Which one do you want? It's a dick swap. We're pulling a dick swap on you. Which one you want? Dick York, Dick Sargent. Which one you want? Every few years we swap dicks. Dick York? Sure. Yeah, we'll let Dick York go for a while. Give him a couple seasons. What if you don't like him? We can impeach him, but technically he has a contract for 4 years, so he doesn't have to go anywhere. So he'll still be back there, but you get the satisfaction of knowing that you told him you don't like it. Don't you? I tried to explain this to people in the 90s because Bill Clinton got impeached and he just stayed. Wait a minute, there's no what goes now? He's been impeached, so you should leave office, right? He's gonna leave office? Then why impeach him? How's the economy? So everything we hired him for, but the morality, bad. No, 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 no. And it wasn't the blowjob, it's the fact that he lied to the American people about a blowjob. Yeah, his wife's at home going, see, when I'm done with you guys, I'm done with you guys. Then I have to go back to reality. To be completely honest, I'd much rather lie to you than the shitstorm I'm going to get when I get home. Because when you, in the end, it's still a husband cheating on his wife. And there's never been a husband that lied about cheating on his wife, right? Especially not a president. And they sure as hell didn't do it 3 times before entering office for the first fucking time. Documented. Because the first time lost a lot of his fucking money. And the proof is that, oh, Tiffany. Why is that one always out of the picture? Not really there very often. Oh, you know how family is. Right, you know, like when you got a Hexeth family. You know, I remember the last time I was at Christmas, and my mom got a little too drunk, and she's like, "Dear God, Sean, you are a murderer. Get help, dear Lord. How many people, on behalf of the people that you've hurt and wounded and killed and murdered, I'm begging you, seek help." Next morning was like, "Oh, God. How much eggnog did I have? You called me a murderer, Mom." Oh, you know how family reunions get. I do, Mom. And I forgive you. Because I'm not a murderer. I've never murdered anyone. I know you haven't. That's why I would never say anything like that about you. Because you're from the Dindu tribe, just like Trump. We're all in the Dindu tribe. Did you know that? Look at your chest. Did you see that tattoo? The whole Dindus didn't do nothing wrong. We're here to help. We're the shining beacon. We're the Thor's hammer coming down on evil. We are the justice. You understand, Pete? I understand. When we do wrong stuff, it's not wrong because we're right. Now you get it, Pete. Now go drink as much as you want. You're going to be fucking... This is going to be awesome. And really, I'm sorry about that whole letter. I wrote you a letter. An email. You know how families get sometimes when they beg you to get help for a problem because you keep hurting people over and over. You know, like kind of like an intervention. You know how they have like a stage intervention. And you get there and you're like, "But I'm not an alcoholic." And they're like, "Oh, that's right, that's your dad." Shit. Pete, I am so sorry for making you have to sit through 3 hours of us telling you how bad you've treated everyone. God, you know how family get. You know how family gets. I'm so sorry, Pete. Pam Bondi. I am glad you asked this question. Just a yes or no is all. I am very glad you brought this question up. I was hoping you'd bring this question, knowing that there's a limited amount of time. And what I would have to say as far as that goes, God damn it, yes or no? Yes or no? I just need to know, yes or no? Well, as I was saying, I'm glad you brought this question up. Now, do the people at home know there's a timer on the person who's asking the question side? No, they just see this guy going, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Why won't he let her answer the question? He asked the question, he won't let, because it's not like his time stops. That's the way it should be. His time, he puts his question, and now we're on your time, bitch. I Thank you. You're wasting your own time. Go ahead. You're wasting your own time. And anything you say in this will be, if you don't answer a question, we get to assume what you mean by that because you won't answer a direct question. Is a direct question. You should be, in order to save time, yes or no. And then all these people that are going to heap praise onto that person. First off, I would like to thank you, Pete, for your time in the military and stuff like that. Earlier, he asked you a yes or no question. Would you like to expound upon that? I could yield some of my time to you if you'd like to expound upon, because sometimes questions aren't as simple as yes or no. If you would do that, I could probably sum it up in about 2 minutes. I have about that much time left, and I mean, I want you to have this job. So yeah, go ahead and take that time. Okay, what had happened, and then explain. So yes, I did yell at my wife and call her a fucking bitch. I happened to have come in the house at the time, and another guy's dick was in her mouth. So yes, I did call her a fucking bitch, and I threw something at her. I don't remember what it was. It was whatever was near to me. I was very angry. So yes, I did do that. I think it might have hit her. But then I left the house, and I got out of there. I was like, you fucking bitch, and I threw something. I wish I remember. Picture frame? Yeah, that makes sense. I grabbed whatever's nearest at me. Did she get cut? Probably. We're married. And I come home early with flowers and shit to take her out for whatever, and there's our gardener. No, nothing, but our gardener is not out there gardening. And I noticed like dirt tracks that did the gardener come in the house? And she's like, no. If he did, he must have come in and got some water or something. I had noticed that before. Well, that's a bit different than just, have you ever hurt a woman before? Yes, I have. You see what I'm saying? How quickly that is. He's just not like, can I explain? Yes or no? Can I explain? Yes or no? Have you hurt a woman before? Yes. Did you call your ex-wife a fucking bitch? Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes, I did. No further questions. Pete, you seem like a guy of integrity in the military. Why would you do something like that? And I'm giving you 2 minutes to explain. Well, that's fairly different from just, yes, you've hurt somebody. Isn't it? Oh, look at there. You saved me another 30 seconds. I got another 30 seconds. On top of that, how many push-ups can you do? Just being, since I got 30 seconds. Hey, seems like you're a fit guy. Seems like he's fit for the job. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole different than, Pete, how do you do it? How do you stay so awesome? I just want to tell you that this is amazing just to be in the room with you. And well, I've never seen anyone quite qualified like Pete Hegseth. I mean, the way he sits on the chair on the couch at Fox News, drunk as shit, early at 10 o'clock in the morning, that's a future commander. Donald Trump doesn't like that. That is a future. He doesn't like leader either. What job is he? Trump doesn't even want to be acknowledged as being. He doesn't want him to be acknowledged as being that good. Okay, Trump wants him to be in office, and so that's what we got. Trump. When Trump says jump, you saw that fucking politician. We say how high. That's not a goddamn political party. That's a fucking cult. And we've seen not cults of personality like this before, but we saw Reagan, kind of capitalize on the ignorance of how things work. People don't understand how it works. It's a complicated machine. Why don't they just go get him and arrest him? Because you can't. You got due process. There's a lot of shit, man. You can't. With Trump, why don't they just go down there and you can't? This is unprecedented. And when your laws are based on precedents, you must make sure, like when they took down on taxes, they couldn't get him, Mr. Untouchable. They finally got him on taxes. That's all they could get him on. They had to do that shit fucking by the book. All of their shit on their side had to be right. They had to play by the rules, whatever the rules were, even if those rules got changed by corrupt judges who said you can't do that. Okay. 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 How are you gonna? This is a good book. Unlike him, I have multiple plans of attack. Unlike him, there are multiple ways to take him out. There's multiple ways to take him the fuck out. He's only using one way, your opinion. And the thing about your opinion, it changes on a fucking dime, doesn't it? Your opinion changes on a fucking dime. If a fucking photograph, one photograph, that is provable, is not CGI, was in like the Times newspaper, you know what I mean, or something, or somewhere back. It's on file. A deposition. You see what I'm saying? Hearing it out of his mouth with a date and time stamp and this is from the fucking trial, and you get to watch all of it if you want. That's all it takes. And your opinion's gonna go, but I love Jesus and I love God and I go to church every Sunday. I'm like, yeah. And even the very president-elect will be fooled by the Antichrist. Did you think he was lying? You thought he was telling the truth, just not about you. It's like crackheads. I'm not an addict. The addicts happen to other people. I can quit when I want to. I don't want to quit. See, I don't want to quit. I don't want to quit because I just like it. I like this. I like this. I don't want to quit. I don't want to quit. I like this. You need your dick sucked? You guys, the problem is, it's kind of like with corruption. Say a cop, new cop, kind of like Training Day. Anyone seen Training Day? The new cop is on the beat for the drug thing, and the older cop has a plan to get away with some shit because the entire system is fucking corrupt, so why not be corrupt too? It's his attitude. And the other guy's still idealistic and like, no. So it basically sets him up where the new guy either goes along with the plan or dies in the line of action on his first go out, his first round. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Because you can know Donald Trump's a fucking piece of shit. And you can tell people all day long he's a piece of shit. But until you slap some proof down in front of their faces. And even then, for people that want to believe, no proof is necessary. For the people that don't want to believe, no proof is enough. It's the way it goes. Because, I mean, he got convicted of 34 felonies by a jury of his peers. And then the criminal walks out and says, corrupt judge. And you guys go, fucking how did the corrupt judge get that far? Wait, so there were corrupt cops that arrested him, corrupt judges that tried him. Now there's corrupt media that's broadcasting about him? Man, it seems like the only person in the whole world telling the truth is Donald Trump. Why won't they just leave him alone? He didn't do nothing. He's just a businessman. Trying his hardest to make sure that American people are good and they're taken care of, right? Because all of his life, that's all he's done, is dedicate his life to public service. It's not like he went and watched the Obama fucking and saw the numbers. Wait, this is the first election to cross $1 billion? What would happen if he ran? You probably wouldn't get to the 1 billion mark, but you'd probably get a couple 100 million just saying like the worst shit. Just the absolute, just go out there, shit that's completely politically incorrect. Mexicans are rapists, drug dealers, and I guess some of them are okay. You know, shit like that. Lies, just total lies. We're going to build a wall, and Mexico is going to pay for it. How? They are. That's not nuance, man. That's not enough to fucking... That's not enough. No, I'm not voting for you. Besides that, is Hillary Clinton... How the fuck is Hillary Clinton going to lose? Don't believe me? Watch inauguration. But don't watch... The night that they announced Trump won the first one. But don't look at Trump. Don't look at Melania. Why is Barron crying? Why is Barron crying? Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. Don't watch Donald Trump. Don't watch the people. Watch Barron. Why is Barron Trump crying that his dad won the election? Not tears of joy. Then you realize, oh wait, Melania and Barron stayed behind. Didn't they? They stayed in New York. Almost like Trump promised Barron he wouldn't have to leave. Hillary's got this in the bag. This is just a scam I came up with a long time ago, but the numbers really weren't all that great. So now the numbers are over like 1 billion. So now it'd be worth it to do it. All I got to do is just go out there and say horrible shit. And as soon as I open my mouth, they'll stick a camera in my face. As soon as I make an appearance, they're going to stick a camera in my face to see what new horrible shit I'm going to say. And then I'll say some new horrible shit. Just knock them the fuck out. Punch them in the face, and pretty soon I'll be primaried out, and I just take that cash that I would have gone to my fucking coffers for my funds for. This is just a scam. It's not. I'm not going to be president. On top of that, Daddy Putin needs me to run to cause a disruption. He promised me that I'm not going to win either, but just to cause enough disruption to be like basically like another person to cause chaos in the thing. And I don't have any problem with that. I don't want to be president. And this way I get some cash and I get out of it. We won. We won. Towards the end there, I was saying horrendous shit. It just kept getting worse, and the crowd started getting bigger. You know what? Maybe I can do this. Okay, you're fired. That's not how this works. Yeah, it is. Yeah, can I fire this guy? Yeah, you can fire. You're fired. Give me someone else that will do the job that I want. Well, I want to fucking nuke some fucking tornadoes and see what happens. I'm president and I get 2 scoops of ice cream. Everybody else gets 1. I'm the most powerful man in the world. I want a shirt that says it. And a hat. Your 4 years are up. It's time for you to go. But I'm the most powerful man in the world. Not anymore. Now Joe Biden's the most powerful man in the world. No. Yes. No. Yes. I've got a problem. Yeah, you do. They can't prosecute a sitting president, and you're no longer sitting president. Yeah. Yeah. And Robert Mueller said during the trial, go back and watch, when they released the Mueller report, it did not exonerate him. Although Bill Barr said that's why they had Mueller. Mueller didn't want to testify. He left his report the way it was. In the report it says he would have fucking pressed charges, but he couldn't because of the standing orders to not press charges. Other than that, he would have pressed charges. And so they're grilling him in their typical Republican fucking faux outrage way. Democrats are asking poignant questions about the actual report, what's in there. They're asking, like, how long have you hated Trump? And, you know, isn't it true that Trump was going to fire you? And just dumb nonsense. Basically trying to discredit and say that he's full of shit. And then someone brought up the fact. It's like, and you say here that, like, why didn't you do that? He's like, because I said in the report, I cannot suggest arresting a sitting president because of the standing rules. And the guy goes, so you mean to tell me that if he was not the president right now, you'd have you'd order his arrest? Yes. No hesitation. Yes. So what you're telling me is if he was not the president, you have enough evidence that you would go ahead and arrest? Yes. No hesitation. No look in his eye. No, like, yeah, I'm lying to you. Just yes. So you're saying that, and then they just quickly change the subject and go to something completely else about how he's unqualified. And they don't ever get back to that, do they? Matter of fact, you probably didn't even hear that. Just like during COVID, you probably didn't hear that they fucking released. Congress approved a digital currency. Did you hear any of that during COVID? I did. I even stopped and said, what the fuck did you say? And rewound it. 4 million dead, California, 4 million dead, and fucking blah, blah, blah. You know, how the daily numbers. And in response to this and the stimulus check, the Congress has approved a digital currency. There are 100,000 fucking dead. And what the fuck did you don't slide that Congress approved a digital currency in? You want to know why? Because according to their laws, they have to announce something like that to the people. It has to be a public announcement. And how many of you guys go on the boards and, like, check every day for whatever? So then it has a review period for the people to put in their protests or just, you know, if they don't like it. Basically, they followed their thing. They told us. Were you listening? No. They don't have to repeat it 5, 6 times. It never says in there it has to be repeated over and over and over until everyone hears it. It just says it has to be announced, and then there has to be a certain amount of days for the people to disagree with it. So that's what they do. They squeeze shit like that into your newscast. Blah, 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 and and then blah, 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 and then someone's murdered, and then if you're not paying attention, they go on to the next news thing so that your brain doesn't go, the fuck did you say Congress did? Repealed what? Which amendment? You wouldn't know, because it just goes on to the next thing. In local news, such and such is murdered. Murdered? That's close. That's like fucking, I know that neighborhood. You see how quickly your mind is off of, because it's just a quick blurb. You know, it's not like, then they don't make it sound like it's any big thing. So there's no real reason for you to pay attention, Congress. As soon as you hear Congress, you just, politics, who gives a shit? They repealed the bill, therefore, yeah, okay, when are you done? Oh, shit, murder? You got my attention. Death, you got my attention. Fear, you got my attention. Panic, chaos, fire, you got my attention. Advertisements, you're loud enough, you've got my attention. Even though I left the room. I just don't really get into politics, you know. I mean, it's just such a stupid thing. Oh, this guy's like. I mean, does that really affect me right now? They're not looking out for me, anyways. No, you're right. They're not. But the point is to be informed, so you're not a fucking idiot. It doesn't matter. So when someone walks up to you and tells you all the great shit that the current administration does, you can go, "That's not even true," or, "Yeah, dude, we know." Can you believe this gas prices? Fucking Biden. Biden? The fuck is wrong with you? You know we live in a capitalist society. That means if the prices are high, the companies... The fuck is wrong with you? You don't deserve a vote. You're too stupid. Gas price... Do you understand what capitalism means? Capitalism means that the government, aside from like regulations to protect the people, don't set prices or get involved in that. It's not like the fucking when iPhone makes their iPhone, hey, U.S. government, what's a fair price to charge the people? Anything over $900 and you're fucked. We'll sue you. None of that happens. New from fucking Apple iPhone to fucking $15,000. It's only worth 500. So what? It's a status symbol. There's only fucking 500. Oh, here's my 15,000. See how your opinion quickly changes? That's the only tool he has in his box. He doesn't have logic on his side. He doesn't have common sense on his side. He doesn't have professionals in the fields that he's saying that he's an expert at. The experts are saying he's full of shit and doesn't know what he's talking about. Go with the Michael Jackson look. I like it. The people that fucking know what they're doing, he fires to get people that will do what he says. Well, it's because he's smart. He's playing 2070 chess. Is he? Is he? What he's doing is Jim Jonesing the fuck out of a lot of people. That ivermectin, that was his chance for you to drink the fucking Kool-Aid. And rather than you guys go, dude, I'm not drinking cyanide Kool-Aid, you're like, you ain't getting in my way to take Kool-Aid. I like Kool-Aid, I like the taste of Kool-Aid, and this man has never steered me wrong once. Except for that time he told me that COVID's not real and I caught it. And now I gotta take something for it. There's no way he'd give me poison to treat it. Really? The guy that told you that COVID's gonna go away like a miracle. Oh, that's right, there's a new variant going around this fucking... Like a miracle, it's gone. Now a friend of mine caught it like about 4 years after that. Couldn't smell shit, couldn't taste shit. Did he die? No. No, he didn't die. Between going through it and not going through it, I think he would have preferred not going through it, if I'm just being honest. It's like a cold. It yes and no. The average cold has a mortality rate of about 2%. This had a mortality rate of about 10%. And you guys are all going, oh, come on. Okay, so it's 8% more deadly than the fucking common flu, which kills many people every year. This is more deadly. Let's say 100, let's say 1,000 people die from the flu a year, which is not what the case at all. 8,000 will die. If 100,000 die from the flu, 800,000 will die from the flu. If 1 million die from the flu, 8 million will die from this. You understand? It's not a matter of catching it and living. It's the number of lives that could be saved. Senselessly lost because you didn't want to do this for a few seconds while you were inside of a goddamn store. No one's making you wear it inside of a fucking your car, your house. Well, I couldn't go out to fucking... Oh, you'd rather go out in public and catch a disease. Why do we even have a CDC if you know better than... What the fuck? What are you doing? Seriously. What are we doing? I don't trust the Food and Drug Administration. Then we stop funding them, or we find some way to get them to work more efficiently. We don't... Dr. Fauci served under so many presidents that it's clear it's not a political thing, you stupid idiots, but you did all your research, right? The same guy that worked on AIDS, the same guy's been working on AIDS, the same guy that's been worked on when that outbreak of smallpox or whatever the fuck that was coming. No, it was Ebola. Worked on that shit. That same guy worked under Donald Trump, and then he worked under Obama. You know, he worked under Obama and under Trump and under fucking Bush. It's not a political thing. He's a doctor. You know who made it political? Not Fauci. No. No, it wasn't, was it? It wasn't Fauci that made it political, was it? He didn't go out there saying, fuck Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. This is fucking what's going on. No. Donald Trump said, fuck Fauci. He's an idiot. I don't care how long he's been on this job. He needs to be fired. And you all went, yeah! You're Fauci ouchie. I don't want your Fauci ouchie. GED Barbie told me I don't need it. You know, her husband's a fucking sexual assaulter. Showed his dick to a minor. Got arrested, and then she married him. You know, the pinnacle of true conservative values, right? The possibility of running a sugar daddy, of being on a sugar daddy's fucking site. Ted Cruz, this isn't oversight or whatever. This is you guys. This is strictly the Republican Party. Strictly, because there should be Republican oversight, and if there isn't, the Republican citizens should have demanded more. Ted Cruz, I believe, shared porn of someone that looked like his wife, I believe, getting fucking blasted by someone while someone else watched. You know what I mean? You guys sure that the term cuck took on fast with you guys? Fast. It's like you all knew exactly what that term meant. Almost like you guys been watching a lot of it or something, you know? Because you're not cucks, right? I tell you, I knew what cuckolding was, but I didn't, when you're like cucks, I was like, the fuck? And I had to look at cuckold. Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard cuckold the man. No, something, the child cuckold the man. I've heard that, whatever the fuck that saying is, because it was on American Horror Story. And I've heard it before, I think. But anyways, but just shortening it down to cuck. What the fuck? But you guys just grabbed on that fucker fast, and that's the only way fucking memes spread. Like, you know, the one that's like, you know, you shall not pass. You know, if I had like a fucking me in high school taking my finals, and then Gandalf has got the stick, you know what I mean? The reason that would catch on is because everyone knows, it doesn't have to even say you shall not pass. Just hit him with the stick over his head. Everyone would crack up because we've all seen that movie. We all know what that reference is. Me taking my final test after drinking too much. Yeah. Yeah, after drinking too much. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. You shall not pass. Look at this fucking cuck. Yeah, man, he's a bunch of cucks. I know why I know that name, and I know why. Just and then other people say, yeah, and you're like, okay, we're not alone. Yeah, but what a bunch of cucks. I wouldn't know anything about that. That's not my taste. I would probably be the guy you're watching. How would you get off on that? I don't get that. Some lady just basically screaming in your face. I was like, I know I don't like this. What's wrong with you that you do? I'm just a very giving person. The point is that she's happy. I'm not selfish like you. Here's the fuck. I mean, the. Here's how you know they're full of shit. All Republicans who voted for Trump because you think he's awesome. He's one of the best presidents we've ever had. I want you to roll yourself back to the complaints that you had about Democrats around 2012. 2008, fuck it, let's roll back to when Bush, right? And let's keep going forward. What horrible, 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 horrible thing did Democrats do that proved that they're fucking just absolute demons and terrible people? Barack Hussein Obama. Oh, you just couldn't let that stand, could you? You just couldn't. It just couldn't. No. No. And possibly do well? No. Because that would encourage others to do the same. No. 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 Then we're going to have a President Hakeem, and then we're going to have a president, no. 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 We've worked too long and too hard to get where we're going. We've almost got the people there where they're willing to do it. No. No. So, you foment dissension, anger, fake outrage about tan suits and saluting with a latte, even though probably salute the exact same guy getting on and getting off of the helicopter. Probably salutes him every day. It's probably not different people every day. You probably to vet, you know what I mean? To vet the guy who's gonna fly with the president. You mean you're just gonna swap out a rotating cast? No. No. You haven't seen that guy before. But on top of that, he is the chief. Why are you acting like he's... What? When the boss walks in the room, when the judge walks in the room, everyone stands up. When the judge walks out of the room, everyone stands up. Does he stand up when you come up to the... No. No, he doesn't. Does he call you, Your Honor? No. You do, or there might be contempt, isn't there, right? You're not showing enough due respect to the court. Because in that moment right there, that's the top guy. If that guy tells the police officers, the kind gentlemen with the guns, to take you away. That's what happens. You see? That's what happens. Have him removed from the and you that's not fair. I didn't do anything wrong. And you can talk all you want in that jail cell, fuck face. Talk about your rights. Scream. Yell about your rights. Complain about the Constitution, how the Constitution doesn't let them do this to you. From your jail cell. Scream it out the windows. I'm innocent. I didn't do this. Do it. Go ahead. Go tell the judge how you are a sovereign citizen. Do it. The same way, don't salute the president when you're in the army. Do it. Do it. He doesn't salute you. That just happened to you. That's how it works, man. You get it? That's how it works. The president doesn't salute you. That's just what happened to you. You don't salute the president. Why didn't you salute the president? Well, I didn't vote for him. So okay, yeah, this is another court. This is a military tribunal. We don't follow the same things that they do out there, civilians. I'm just my rights. You don't. You're in the army now. You're not behind a plow. You never get rich by digging a ditch. You're in the army now. You'll never get rich, you son of a bitch. You're in the army now. And there's no room in the army for no. There's no room in the army for, I mean, there's room for sir, no, sir. But there's no room for no. No, I mean... Oh, you're so outraged. And then comes flag fucker. Now that guy's gonna salute. He's not gonna have a cup of coffee in his hand when he salutes. He's white. He's gonna take this seriously. Look how seriously he took it. Look, all the people that were experts up until Trump took office are now a bunch of dunderheaded idiots. Oh, sorry, wait, no, that's lame brains. Really? This super IQ guy doesn't have anything better than Ron DeSanctimonious. New Scum. The sad thing is the people that think it's clever. Instead of new scum, he called him new scum. Now that's my kind of president who's not going to work with governors and get things done in the 50 states. We're going to end up in civil war any second now. The fuck is wrong with you, dude? At the very worst, these are fellow human beings. Fellow human beings. And I know that won't appeal to certain crowds as to any reason why I treat them any different. Because it's like, yeah, they're humans, but they're not me. They're not my friends. They're not my family. Some of them are. Some of them are. Some of them don't talk to you about this stuff because you're such a dick. Both sides. You're so vocal about your opinions that they don't come forward with their opinions because they know what you're gonna think and they know what you're gonna say. And they know how judgmental you are. One of your cousins actually doesn't agree with abortion. They're not gonna fucking come forward to a fucking if one of you people are like a medical professional. They're not gonna say shit. But their church and their beliefs are that, you shouldn't have been doing it. What about cases of rape? You weren't. Well, then if you allow cases for rape, then people are going to lie and say they were raped. But if you don't allow for cases of rape, then people who get raped don't have an exception. Right, but it's too open of a fucking. Oh, you know what? Being alive is an opportunity to be evil. We're going to ban being alive because it's possible that someone might do something wrong. We're not allowed to go into banks anymore because there might be bank robberies. Pretty much the way they got the ATMs. But you still can go in certain accounts and stuff. But I wouldn't be at all surprised. Because the possibility of robbing a convenience store, you're no longer allowed inside the store. You stay on that side of the glass. I'll go get you. Go tell me what it is. But I got. You're not gonna grab the right one. There's two that look very similar, and I did. You have to look on the labels. Okay, I'll get it. See, that's the wrong one. Well, I can't let you in the store. That's just a wide open door for a criminal to walk in. And we can't give out food stamps because someone who doesn't deserve it, it could possibly get it. So therefore, all the needy, they don't get anything. Oh, there's not that many needy in the world. Come on, I'm eating. Everybody I know in my neighborhood's eating. Everyone at work is eating. Because you check, you're right. You make sure that everyone that you has enough money and is not like suffering and. You ever think that the stinky kid may not have any water at his house? Kind of puts a new spin on Pissy Timmy, you know what I mean? Doesn't it? How's everybody feeling about tomorrow? Huh? You feeling good? Happy with the choice that's coming down the pipeline? Should be, because this is like the last. There's several ways. There's a couple ways it can go. Either way, it's like the last little bit. Remember, I was talking about past, present, and future. This is one of those major things that's going to put a lock in. That will be like one of those ones that has a cascading effect. That the future is going to be very. It's one of the before and after moments. There's two ways it can go. Neither one's good. There's two ways it can go, and neither one's good. Oh well, man. What can you do? I mean, it's like the people that are fighting for infrastructure bill. We gotta fix all these roads. We gotta fix all these bridges. We gotta fix all this shit because they haven't been fixed in like a long time. It's all working. Why we want to, oh, it's always trying to start something. You're always with your spending, wasteful spending, just spending away, spending. Where are we going to get the money for? Bridge collapse. 100 cars on the bridge. But the bridge was working just fine. So why would we fix it? Why would we upkeep something that is working just fine? Because spending more money is going to look bad to my constituents. Then the bridge collapses. And then they start finding different people to blame for that. Not my fault. The engineer must have done something wrong. It was someone besides me. It was not me. I did not do this. Then footage from fucking C-SPAN shows where the people that voted for the infrastructure bill. And your representative is not on there. On the list of people that signed the bill. To get money. To do things like upkeep. So where are the taxes going? Because your taxes go to road repair. Sewage, yeah, I mean, like the upkeep of those type of things. We all agree we're willing to give up a bit of our money that we make, not to pay those fucking assholes so they can live and tell us how to fucking live our lives, so we can continue doing that. We paid them to handle shit like the problem in the road, so we don't have to think about it. So when we go on the road, it's already done. So if they're not doing that, what the fuck are we paying them for? To go up there and argue with each other? Did any of you pay someone to go up there and argue? You paid them to get shit done. That means sometimes compromising. That means sometimes California needs a little bit of this and we need a little bit. You know what? We can kind of team up because California's always having wildfires. And we're always having tornadoes. You guys talking tornadoes and hurricanes? Because I'm Louisiana, I can get on that. I'm Florida, I can get on that. You see what I'm saying? Instead of being like, they didn't vote for Trump, so therefore we're going to condition their money. These people that just got through the problems in North Carolina, that's the hypocrisy. The North Carolina situation, the hurricane that just went through. There are several hurricanes that went through, fucking shit up. And then they go out, Trump goes out and lies. All of his people go out and lies to all those people saying incorrect shit. To the point where FEMA is going to help and those people start shooting at them. Because they've been told lies. So who's on board with hurting California when it comes their turn? You didn't help us. We're fine with, but that's not what happened. That snake lied to you. The entire country was sad. Go back and watch the news. There was nobody rejoicing that North Carolina and there was nobody. There was no one. Democrat, Republican, nobody. There were prayers going out. There were fundraisers. People caring. I know you couldn't see it because the power was out. Just like the kind of power's out might be out in California. But imagine the power coming back on in North Carolina and you find out that the new president is rooting for you to die. Or putting strings and attachments to your rescue. Whatever you think about the people running it, the people there need help now. Getting new people that, even if you believe that a new governor would make less fucking wildfire tinder, because somehow he'd make it rain. Maybe he'd pray to Trump enough, pay Trump enough money and Trump would turn on his water faucet, that doesn't exist. Because he's a liar who bankrupted a casino. So, yeah. So how you feeling about tomorrow, man? You guys feeling okay about that? With everything's coming down the pipeline, it's gonna be interesting, right? How you guys feeling? You guys excited? It's gonna be kind of weird. It's gonna go crazy. It's gonna be a little crazy. What's coming is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Either way it goes, it's gonna be fucking crazy. Things are about to get real fucking interesting. Oh, shit's about to get real interesting. Shit's about to get real fucking interesting. And if that's what you want out of you want a daily drama show out of life, hire a reality TV star to direct your life for you. And that's what you're gonna get. Drama, 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 drama. Some people got to have it. Some people really need it. Talking about do things, do bad things to get it. Drama, 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 drama. You know what I like? I like turning on my TV and not seeing shit about the president or infighting or the stupid shit that I like to hear. Today, Congress passed a bill. It's heading to the president's desk. Today, the president vetoed the bill, and why? Today, the president approved the bill, and why? I don't need any chopper talks. What the fuck was that? So every day, someone had to go out and turn on the helicopter for Big Boy Donald to go out and look like he just got back or is going somewhere besides the golf course. How much did you guys bitch about Obama golfing? And then Trump said, hold my beer. And then just decimated that. That's how you know. That's how you go back and are you the same person? It's not, is your life better? Are you the same person you were? Even 4 years ago. But let's go back to 8 years ago. And let's go back 12 years ago when Obama was running. You just hated, you hated Russia because you're still in that Reagan high. You're still in that Reagan high because you're like, you know what I mean? Oh, that Reagan high had you guys high as fuck. Oh, you just snorting all kinds of that actor lying to you. The most, until Trump, the most scandals ever. The most scandals ever. It wasn't what you were, whatever you were thinking about it, it wasn't. Maybe you had a good time, and that's different than whether the president was a good president. Were you having a good time? Sure. But that doesn't mean the president had anything to do with that. Any more than going to see Dave Chappelle and laughing your ass off means that that theater is a funny place to go. Oh shit, so-and-so's playing there? That place is funny. No. First off, that's a band. No, I saw Dave Chappelle there. That place was funny. No, Dave Chappelle was funny in that place. But I saw George Carlin there. I saw a bunch of funny. Yes. The place isn't funny. There's a lot to talk about and a lot to discuss and to discern and decipher. And at 1 hour and 26 minutes, I don't think that's a good time to start doing that. Besides, again, just barking out into the ether. You know, I don't know if anyone's watching or not. I don't know, and that's not why I'm doing this anyway. It's something a while back, just kind of, I got an urge to do some lives. I was going live on Facebook with 2 other friends of mine. We were doing The Watchmen, and I hadn't talked to these friends in forever because I moved to Michigan. They're down in Louisiana, and out of nowhere, I was reading something about I think it was David put Watchmen on the tower, on the walls or whatever, and then I ran into these my buddies from back in the day. I don't want to use any names because I don't know if they're okay with being in. You know what I mean? Just to save any problems. This is a weird world now, you know. Don't associate me with your shit, you dumb fucking psycho crazy person talking about the universe and God. I don't want to be anywhere in that. So I'm just to make sure I haven't cleared any of this with them, but I'm part of the story, so I can tell the story. I just don't tell you who else was in it. You can figure it out, but I mean, so therefore it doesn't really matter. It's a matter of public. I mean, we went and did this in public, so we did Watchmen. And when I contacted my friend from way back, he was talking about something, and I was like, yeah, I was talking about the Watchmen. You know, we should call ourselves the Watchmen. And he's like, that's crazy. I'm like, why? And he sent me the passage that he was reading, and it was something about another thing about Watchmen. And then I was like, oh, that's nuts. And the other guy was like, yeah, I've been getting the same kind of feeling too. And I was like, that's even crazier. So, okay, there's 3 of us now. So let's go ahead and do this, man. And one of the guys was really good at getting. He's more of a people person. I am not a people person. No, people don't like me. People like me in bits and parts, but for extended periods, no. And even then, it's like you really like kind of don't. No one really knows me, so no one really likes me. I promise, no one likes me. It's fine. But, yeah, if people like me, I wouldn't be out here by myself. So, we were doing The Watchmen, and it just kind of fell apart, you know. And I was doing it by myself because I was still dedicated to it, you know. I was still dedicated to doing the, you know, Wednesdays, and this is the kind of a deal I made with God. You know, that I wanted to do it, and the other 2 kind of fell away. So I was just like, I'm still going, you know. And I was on vacation in the UP on a family reunion, and I actually got back to the house on Wednesday, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and go live because, and then this thing's like, dude, you're good. What? You're good. You don't have to do this anymore. I'm like, okay. Can I go do one more thing? Like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And I did one more. I was like, hey, this is going to be the last one. Because I've been doing it for a while by myself on Facebook. And not many people were watching her. And, you know, I mean, they watched more when the other guys were on there. And we just kind of kept each other laughing and stuff. We smoked a lot of pot. We talked a lot about God. We actually read directly from the Bible. And it was whatever we were talking about, we called one guy Flip, because you could just flip the book open and it'd be right what we were talking about. Whatever me and the other guy would start talking about stuff, and he had a kind of a bad connection. And we're like, let's just check in with Flip, what you gotta say, and he'd open the book and blam, and it'd be like he'd start reading the passage and it'd be exactly, and we'd all open ours and we'd be like, yeah, that's crazy. This is exactly what we were talking about. This is exactly what we were talking about. And then again, like I said, they did their own things. Whatever, you know, whatever you feel called to do, whatever. And so, like I said, in the EP, I just did one last one. Said, hey, this is my last one. I felt the call to do it before, and I felt the call that I don't have to. I was told I don't need to do it anymore. And then here recently, when I separated from my wife, ex-fiance. I had nothing to do, and I was sitting around here just talking to myself, you know, out loud, like you do, and like I'm doing now. There's no one here, so I'm talking to myself. Hello? Yeah, no one's here, so I do what I want to do when I want to do it. I do what the fuck I do when I want to do it. That's fine, you know, whatever. Then the more I started doing these, the more I started doing like lives and stuff, and I started doing like, you know, broadcasting, and I could care less if anyone tunes in or whatever, honestly. It's cool if people tune in. I don't mind if people tune in, but that's not what I'm doing this for. That's not why I'm just trying to make a career or anything out of this. I'm not, nah. Mainly I want to leave like a record behind, you know, because nobody does know me, and so maybe after like watching some of these, people will actually see me, if anyone's ever interested. Maybe my kids, you know, because they've been told a lot of bad shit about me. And they should actually hear me from me, you know. I'm not going to go into about their mom and what she did, because there's no point. There's no point. You just have to judge me by what you've heard and what you've seen. What you see is what you get. I love God. I mean, I love God. If loving the Lord's wrong, I don't want to be right. Arsenio nailed it, man. He did. He nailed it. If loving the Lord's wrong, I don't want to be right. Yes, saying I love the Lord. Dude, how can you not? He's so fucking funny. She, whatever God is, you know, whatever it is, so funny. Earlier today, like I always like slip and slide in the snow, and I almost always catch myself, and I immediately like, oh, thank you God, that could have been so worse. And I was walking home, and there was like a hill, and like there's the first hill I came to. I mean, because it's like 9 degrees outside. So all the snow that was out there, the sun's been melting it from the sunlight, and then it's just been freezing. So it's just a sheet of fucking ice. And I'm walking, like sliding and slipping, because these boots they're good, but they're not, you know what I mean? They don't have like metal to like. I forgot to bring my little hacky thing, because I didn't think it was going to be a goddamn Arctic adventure. But anyway, so I go out there, and I'm just like, I'm sliding a little bit, but I'm going up the hill. There's like a little small hill. It's not that bad, you know. But I'm going up the hill, and every few steps is like, so, okay, that's not gonna be fun coming back, especially dragging 3 gallons of water. I have this little cart that I carry with me. I almost like, and I catch myself. I'm like, oh God, thank you God. Okay, and just keep walking. And it's like the fourth or fifth time, you know, that he's caught me completely, like, you know what I mean? And so I was coming home and I come down the snowbank and shit like that, and where the tracks are, fuck that, dude. I decided to stick into the snow where I could, because that shit would have been just straight down. There would have been no, I mean, as soon as I got to the top, I started looking at, like, I remember climbing up this thing going that way. Now coming back down this way is going to be horrible, because this was actually a hill. So I get into the snow and I drag my cart through that, and, you know, no problems. And then I hit the hill. Before I even hit this hill, I'm already every few steps. I was a skateboarder, so I'm kind of pushing it a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm kind of pushing myself, and then I can slide, like, you know, just a few steps. And then I walk for a little, and then slide, and, like, it's getting more and more fun. So I decided to push it a little bit too hard, because I'm getting right at the hill. Wow! Straight on my ass, man. And I just laughed, like, yep, deserved that one. I pushed. I deserved it. I deserved it. Well done. I shouldn't have. Because I got the feeling of, like, if you don't do it, just hit the hill right, you might be able to just slide down that fucker, and it's gonna be scary, but you're gonna just slide. I'm like, gonna get a test run. I didn't say test run, fucker. Pow. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, come on. The filter won't stay in, but the ashes do. Why? Anyone that smokes a pipe know what I'm talking about? You gotta chop up the fucking ashes. Oh, there's still a little bit in there, that's why. Good. Well, thank God. Even then, when I get done with this, it still won't just, like, drop out because it's ashes. I love when little halos pop out of my fucking smoke. I always gotta watch them go, like, oh. It's like blowing a smoke ring without blowing a smoke ring. I used to do when I was smoking, I used to do that because, I mean, it's just easy. There you go. It's been forever because I used to smoke cigarettes, like I said, like 10 years ago. And you don't do that with, with hot smoke. You don't waste, you don't take a hit in and just blow it out without actually, you know. Cigarette, sure. Tobacco, that's drug abuse. Joint, what? I don't know what I'm saying anymore sometimes. Who cares? So yeah, hour and 37 minutes. Let's call it. I don't even remember what this one's about anymore. I don't think it was about anything at all. I think I just named it something. Yeah. Like I said, I leave the chats open just in case anyone wants to comment or anything like that. But I'll just start ignoring it if it, you know, if I'm on a subject or something like that and it starts getting out of hand. But I don't mind people talking. So, anyways, again, this isn't entertaining at all. It's just for my own purposes, so.